your homework from last night. Please pause and make sure you check everything's written correctly. Especially the standard form, you had to express all that out. So I will check these homeworks to see all that work. So make sure you have that. All right, today's lesson is using your graphing calculator. So it says to write these instructions into your notes. Please make sure you know how to do them. You have them printed out here, and I'm going to go through one example with you. Okay? So this problem here, going through your calculator, remember that the domain for all of these is negative infinity to positive infinity. The range for the odd degrees is negative infinity to positive infinity. The range for the evens are either it's not in vertex form. It's either a minimum to infinity or negative infinity to a maximum with brackets, but that's that. Relative maximums and minimums are coordinates. Absolute maximums and minimums are values. Okay, they're y values. And increase and decrease uses the x from the relative max or min. And positive and negative, it changes from positive to negative at the zeros. Okay, increase and decrease changes at the maximum and minimums. So let's go to the calculator here, and I'm gonna pull mine up here. I need to type this in. My equation was, I have to make this smaller so you could see it. Negative, not minus, 2x to the third plus 7x squared minus 4x minus 3. Okay, 0, -3 should be my y-intercept. I graph and I can see all of this. Now it doesn't look like I have any zeros that are integer values. So I need to calculate everything. My relative maximum, a maximum is any peak anytime that it reaches that high point and then starts to decrease, and minimum is when it's at that low. Since the range is all real numbers, there is no absolute in this graph. So when I do my calculations, it is here in the calculate, but I need to hit the blue first. So second calculate. Don't ever just trace on your graph. That's not going to work. I can find the zeros first, or we can find that minimum. The next thing on mine is maximum. So we could do maximum first since it's the first thing there. A maximum means I have to go over to this side. All right, remember it says left bound, right bound, and enter. So here's the top of that peak. I need the left side somewhere. Make this smaller. And then I need the right side, so I need to go over here. It doesn't matter where. Hit enter again, and that is my maximum at 2, 1. Okay? Now, this one has a lot of decimals. If I had done it maximum, if I had gotten it a little closer and I didn't go so far, probably would have given me exactly 2, 1. Okay? So that's my max, 2, 1. My minimum value is on, oops, sorry about that. Where am I going? Here. My minimum, I need to go back to my graph and calculate the minimum. So same thing, I'm going to go down here. Here's the minimum somewhere. I'm going to go to the left side. I'm going to go over to the right side and hit enter. That is 0.333, which is 1/3 actually. And we can leave this as a decimal. All right. So 0.33 and -3.63. Absolute max, none, because of the range. Now, if I have a range here, this number, if it's even, that will be the absolute minimum. But if the range is going down forever, then this would be the absolute maximum. The y-intercept, if I look at the equation, it's 0, -3. I could also see that from the graph. All right, I have 3 zeros that I need to calculate. So I'm going to go back, and I'm not going to just do this and try to put my, I don't know what people, they try to put it on here, and I don't know what that does. Okay, calculate. I need to calculate the 0. I don't want to just kind of guess where it is. So I hit enter. Remember, if this is about the 0, I have to be on the left side. And if this is the 0, I have to be on the right side. Hit enter, and then it gives me this value here. Okay, you can write that down. I'm going to go ahead and calculate the next one. So we do this all over again. We just have to get over to where the 0 is. Here's the 0, so the left side is down, the right side is up, and I get 1/2, 0. Or 1 and 1/2. Now I'm going to calculate another 0. I need to be on the left side, and then I need to be on the right side. Now, I did this one on purpose because of that y. It says -1.43. E, -12. So please make sure that you know that when it says -1.4 E, -12, that it's taking 1.4, moving 12 times in that direction. So basically this is just 0. So we're looking at those 3 zeros that I found. I had -0.41. And it could be 4 depending on what we're rounding to. A 0 I do not have to write as an x-intercept. And the last one was 2.41. 4 if you were writing it with thousandths. All right, intervals of increase and decrease. So my function was going down and then up and then down. So it starts off decreasing from -infinity until it gets to the minimum point here. The minimum point is at 3.33 or 1/3. Then it starts to increase from 0.33 to the maximum of 2. Then after it reaches that maximum where x is 2, it starts to decrease again and as the x's get bigger to infinity. The zeros is where it changes. So here I like to think of my x-axis here. Okay. From this 0 to this 0 to this 0, what is happening? So these are the numbers that I need to have. This is -0.41 to 1.5 to 2.41. We have to include -infinity and positive infinity in here. So if I go in between -infinity to -0.41, my whole graph is above. So that means this is positive interval. Then in between here, -4.1 to 1.5, the graph is below. So that's -0.41 to 1.5. Then from 1.5, as I move over to the next 0, it's up, so it's in the positive. So 1.5 until it gets to 2.41. And then it goes back down as I move toward infinity. So 2.41 to infinity. Try to do it a little bit of a different way so you could see if you like that. I don't know. All right, so that's all it is. You're going through the same characteristics. It's just now you have to pull up your graph and then be able to find those maximum, minimums, and zeros. Don't forget your quiz on Monday is writing polynomial equations. Make sure you put it in factored form, and then you know how to put it into standard.